going at 10 miles per hour. Little slow ass bitch can't see the speedometer. Ordered. One witness, sworn testimony given. Video. Alright. What up, what up? What up, bro?
Thank you, Judge.
All right, so we have State of Ohio versus Keith Jones, CR 201497. I'll defer to the attorneys on this one. We have Mr. Gregory present. I can see him here at the Lucas County Corrections Center. Good morning, Mr. Gregory. Your microphone is muted, sir. All right, good morning, sir. Either Mr. Daly or Mr. Deck.
Thank you, Judge. I'll defer to Mr. Daly, Judge.
Your Honor, the defense has their motion in for essentially closing arguments in the motion to suppress hearing as well as the state. I think that matters decisional. I have reached out to Mr. Deck this morning about meeting one more time for another revised offer. It wouldn't change the years, however, it would change it from an agreed upon sentence to a sentencing cap. I will, schedule a time with Mr. Deck to meet and relay that offer, and I'll make sure it's written. Mr. Deck and I had met probably about a month ago for a time calculation. I think we will meet again and do a time calculation at that meeting. So Mr. Gregory is aware. However, I believe the time calculation now is probably 20 days-ish.
All right, thank you, Mr. Deck.
That is correct, Your Honor. If possible, could we continue the matter? Shoot, I just lost you.
I can see you.
You can see it. I had something come across my screen. Okay, thank you, Judge. Judge, I'm thinking, could we possibly continue it 1 week? I can meet with Mr. Daly and also with Mr. Gregory in the next week.
We are not holding a docket next week, and the 16th is being rescheduled as well. So my next docket date that I have time that I can put you into would be September 23rd. If it's possible, and if you have some sort of a resolution before then, I might be able to figure out a way to do it on a Monday morning. But for now, the earliest date I can schedule you is September 23rd.
Why don't we could do that, Judge, and if we do come to a resolution, I'll meet with Mr. Gregory within the next week and also with Mr. Daly, and we can advise the court accordingly if we to see what the future holds in this.
All right. One of the things, Mr. Deck, that I heard Mr. Daly say, I want to make sure I understand this right, is instead of an agreed upon sentence, which had been discussed before, there would be a sentencing cap. And the way I understand a sentencing cap, and I want to make sure that you and I are on the same page, is you would agree at the maximum sentence available, but the court would be able to use its discretion to decide whether or not that's appropriate or if a lesser amount of time is appropriate for the situation. In other words, the court's discretion is wide open underneath that number. Is that your understanding?
That is my understanding, Judge.
Okay, and that would allow you and your client to make arguments as to why sentencing should be lower and take into consideration all Mr. Gregory's concerns, and that would allow the state to argue why it should be wherever it feels appropriate and given its reasons. Is that correct?
That is correct, Judge.
All right. I basically articulate that so that when you have a conversation with Mr. Gregory, all parties are on the same page, including the court. Now let's go back to what Mr. Daly had first indicated, and that's the motion. I did receive the written argument from you, Mr. Deck, and I have read it. I have received the state's response to that, and do you need to have any time for a reply to that?
Why don't I ask for 1 week to reply, Your Honor, and then also the use the 23rd. If we could have until next Friday, possibly, what is that, September 11th?
That's fine. You can have until September 11th to file any responsive pleadings, and then the court will take it as decisional upon that, and we'll have a decision out to you before the 23rd, so that you can go into everything with a full answer on the suppression, as well as what the offer may or may not be. That's going to be subject to what you and Mr. Daly speak about, and then what you work out.
That would be fine, Judge. Thank you very much.
All right, so we'll see you back here on September 23rd, and I do apologize. I don't think I set a time. What time works for you, Mr. Deck?
I have two matters. I have Mr. Washington Huggins at 9 a.m., I believe, before you. That would be fine, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll do 9 o'clock, and if we have a resolution that's been negotiated, we'll make sure that the bailiff has the documents to you so you can go over them with Mr. Gregory in advance, and we can go from there. All right, so we'll talk to you again on the 23rd.
Thank you very much, Judge.
All right, thanks, folks.
Thank you, Judge.
And I should indicate for the record, if I didn't, Kelly, for State of Ohio versus Laurent Gregory, his case numbers were CR 18-2500, CR 20-1023, CR 19-3158, and CR 19-3063. I don't think I called those at the beginning. Sorry about that.
Thank you very much, Judge.
All right, thank you. And I'm going to go back to Mr. Carlisle with Mr. Deck. He must be done. Okay, good. State of Ohio versus Keith Jones, CR 20-1497. Mr. Carlisle, Mr. Jones, good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning again.
Is this Ms. Donovan's case?
Yes, Judge.
All right. I'll defer to the parties for the status.
Judge, I reviewed the discovery, and I believe there's one piece of discovery that I'm still needing. I discussed that with Ms. Donovan prior to the docket starting today. So I believe I should be able to have that probably within the next week and a half. So I'm asking if we can go out to that 23rd of September date for additional pretrial. That way I can let the court know the status of the case once I've reviewed all that discovery.
All right. Seeing as your client is out of custody, is there any chance you are available on September 30?
Let's see. Judge, I would not be available on the 30th. I'd be available the following week, though, on the 7th.
All right. You can hold on just 1 second. Mr. Carlisle was just working on the calendar with the bailiff. October 7 will be fine.
Okay.
Right now, there's not too many other cases scheduled. It will start to fill up, but what time do you like for that?
Could I do a little later in the docket, sometime after 10 or 11?
Your choice, 10 or 11 is fine.
It's 10 o'clock.
Okay, we'll set it for 10 o'clock on October 7. If we are looking at resolution and you want me to call the case a little bit later, just let us know. We can call it maybe at 11 o'clock, and that way Mr. Jones is not sitting around waiting the entire time. And I know since he's meeting with you by way of Zoom, if you're in another court, say at 9 o'clock, getting back to your office by the 10 o'clock might be difficult because you'll have to be with Mr. Jones.
Yes, Judge. I'll certainly let the court know. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
I'm sure I'll probably gonna get that for next week. As soon as I get it, I'll let you know. Okay. All right.
But they ain't talking about nothing yet.
No, like I said before, I don't talk about nothing until I got everything.
All right.
So ain't nothing to talk about right now, except, you gonna dismiss it. You know what I'm saying? Yep, so as soon as I get the rest of that, then we know where we at.
All right.
All right?
All right. Hey, Steve, you got a card? Oh, man.
Yeah, right there.
Good look, man. All right, bro. they ain't trying to dismiss it, then shit, we gotta fight it. You feel me? Man, these niggas crazy. They make the nigga the police. I promise you, they hate different. They hate is different. Police, man, y'all niggas crazy. You hear me? I done gave this game 20 years, man, 25 years. I can't go out like that, man. But you know, let them write their story. At least my lawyer don't know about it. You feel me? Let them write their story. October 7th, Precious. Write it down, bitch. You heard him. I can't make this shit up, man. I can't make it up. I swear to God. That's close as I can get. I don't care. You feel me? If they ain't talking about dismissing it, period. Now you're talking my language. Now you're talking my language. Bitch. I ain't worried about it. Listen, let me keep it real. I ain't worried about jail. Oh God, I ain't. I promise you, I'm not gonna do life if I go. And I ain't never been locked up before. My body have, but my mind be free as fuck. I swear. I eat good in that bitch and everything. I make the best out of every situation if it come to it. So I ain't tripping either way. And I just seen them niggas frying chicken in there again. I damn near went and committed a felony 5 about that chicken. I was trying to go see what that shit was hitting for. Shit. They be worried about it. You feel me? Holy. That's the first thing niggas say. That's how you know niggas bitches. The first thing they say is some police shit. So scary ass out of here, bitch. Just say you scared. You know, fuckers want to put the police in shit, bitch. You hear me? I done realized counted 200,000 and 300,000 in one day, man, off this shit. I can't throw that away. That's a legacy. You know how many people can say they counted 200,000-300,000 in one day? Spent it and made it again in one day? That ain't too many, man. You see that October 7th? What? I get to go to Vegas, nigga. I get to go to the party. Yes, bitch. That tea. Now go get that tea together for Precious. They ain't like that. I should have told my lawyer, like, don't say that. Shit, if they ain't trying to dismiss it, shit. You feel me? Nigga feel. Yeah, I got an agency. Just have faith. I ain't tripping. I told you I got JoJo with me. That was cool, wasn't it? Now ain't that entertainment? Like it wasn't even nothing, but just the fact that it was different, huh? Like, you feel me? And we get to watch this nigga go before me. I know y'all was listening to dude, like, what the fuck? Like, put a cap on it. Like, hold on. Bitch, he ain't talking about me. We ain't even discussed no time yet.